Hi everyone, and welcome to Windrider Farm. I'm here in our forest garden at sunset tending to our tomato plants, and I thought it would be a good opportunity to show you the progress so far of our tomato challenge. For those of you who missed our first video, just a quick recap on this experiment. This season we decided to try a new tomato fertilizer to see how it measured up against the tomato fertilizer we'd been using for many years. We decided to try the Dr. Earth's fertilizer in a side-by-side challenge to see how it performed against the Espoma tomato tone fertilizer we'd been using. So on June 19th, we decided to start this challenge by planting 18 early girl tomato plants side by side, fertilizing one side with tomato tone and one side with Dr. Earth. And in just 5 weeks' time, you can see how much these plants have grown. We've had some very challenging weather this season with very high temperatures, high humidity, and torrential rainfalls with damaging hail. Yet all of these plants have survived and thrived. But let's take a closer look at these plants and see how else they responded to the fertilizers. These plants were fertilized with the Espoma tomato tone. They're covered in flowers and have developed healthy clusters of tomatoes. All of the tomatoes are still green, but are healthy and almost completely blemish-free, which, considering the growing conditions they've been subjected to this season, is pretty impressive. And these are the Dr. Earth's fertilized tomato plants. They've also developed several clusters of tomatoes, and they also have a lot of flowers. All of the tomatoes on these plants are also green, and they also are very healthy and blemish-free. But right now, on July 24th, at the time of this video recording, the Dr. Earth's plants are slightly ahead of the tomato tone plants. They're even developing tomatoes on the north side of the fence and starting to break out through the fence. And on the other side of the two-fence system, the tomato tone plants have reached through the fence to mingle with the raspberry and grape plants, but they've not yet developed any fruit on the south side of the fence. But it is early in the growing season of this challenge. We're just 5 weeks into the challenge and have 6 to 8 weeks of our growing season left. So all of the flowers on these tomato tone plants could be potential tomatoes if all goes well. And there are more flowers on these thicker and bushier tomato tone fertilized plants than there are on the Dr. Earth's plants. Looking closer at these Dr. Earth's fertilized plants, you can see how they're very healthy despite the extreme heat and humidity they're being subjected to. But they are slightly less thick and bushy. And although there are many flowers currently, there are less than on the tomato tone plants. They did produce more tomatoes so far, but their ability to keep producing flowers in the extreme heat is important if they're going to continue to be ahead of the tomato tone plants. So this should continue to be an interesting challenge. Can the Dr. Earth's fertilized plants continue to hold on to their lead, or will the tomato tone plants eventually surpass the Dr. Earth's plants? One thing is certain, both of these tomato fertilizers have performed very well. They're both good quality organic fertilizers that have kept these tomato plants healthy in extremely difficult growing conditions, and we have no doubt we'll be harvesting a lot of tomatoes from these plants. We will film another video when this challenge is over to give you a final count on the number of tomatoes these plants produce and let you know if these plants were able to remain healthy throughout the challenge. We hope you found the information in this video helpful, and we hope our tomato fertilizer challenge inspires you to try a little fertilizer experiment of your own.